All right, this is Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It is August 26th, 2024, and we're taking a look at the prices here. If you've watched my shorts over the last few days, you would know that I was expecting a decrease in price since the weekend. We basically had like a test of about 65K. Let's see where we went exactly. Okay, we had a test of 64, 65K pretty much, and we've already kind of had a small wick down to this previous area, well, really the previous wick at 62,456. It's possible that might be it. There's confluence down here around 61, 60K. It's even possible that we get a big kind of like a miniature capitulation wick, 58, 59K, somewhere in here just to scare the hell out of everybody. Unlikely, but looking at the 4 hour, let's see how much we can jump out of here. On the 4 hour, our heaviest support is going to be around 60, 61K, right in this region here. We can zoom out a little bit more. Let's see if we get any other supports. Again, 61, 60K. We'll take a look at the whole support system from this whole consolidation. So, yeah, heaviest support, again, 60, 61K. Beyond that, it had to come all the way down to 52K, 52, 47. I don't think we're going to be going down. I've been saying that for a while. I don't think we're going to go down again like that, but it is somewhat possible that we could get a wick down to 58, 59. But I think mostly the bleeding is over, but I could be wrong. Take a look at this. This is 4 hour. This is a common trader indicator. What you would, if you were a day trader, you're probably looking at the 1, 2 hour, 4 hour, maybe daily some. But yeah, we're cycled down on the stochastic RSI. So this pullback we're having right now could be pretty short lived. I mean, we may have a little more blood, but it could just be a quick stop before we start moving on up to the next areas of resistance, which there is a lot of area of resistance around 66, 67K, all the way up to 68. Zoom out a little bit, look on the daily. There's some levels that we want to try to break through. One of them is a moving average, 50-day moving average, at about where we're at right now, 63, 64K. We really want to kind of get above this. So I think that would give us a pretty bullish, feel for starters. But we are being supported by, we are being supported by the 50. But we want to get above the 200, I think is what it is. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. But everything on the daily looks pretty. We're crossing up. I think we have plenty of room to go up on the daily. Looking pretty good to me there. Let's see, stochastic RSI, regular. Oh, that was regular RSI. Sorry. Let's see. This thing could be a little bit better. Okay. Daily stochastic RSI is looking. I don't like the way it's poking in and out of like that. That's kind of strange. It kind of makes me think that we're going to pop down actually on the daily stochastic RSI. We'll have to see about that one. Take a look at the 3-day, see if that says anything in particular. 3-day cross up looks pretty bullish to me on the overall. Let's look at the 1 week. This is a solid one. Yeah, so MACD, it looks like we're crossing up. I think we're going to get ready to head on up with the MACD. Looking pretty bullish here. I think we're all right. I think plenty of room to move up. Weekly cross up. Plenty of room to go up. So, I mean, it's possible that we consolidate here and come on down to 58 to 60K for a little while. I think it's more likely that we push up, though. Basically, we've had a major news event with Powell. He's basically turning the printers on without doing without doing that. Basically saying that there's going to be a major pivot. He like straight up said it. So that's super bullish, extremely bullish. Basically saying we're going to lower interest rates and create a more buying, a more market-friendly atmosphere, put it that way. All right, let's see if I can look at. That's what I'll look at here. Crypto fear and greed. It is a little bit greedy right now. Hopefully today we'll come back to a little bit of fear. I don't want to see us get into that green anytime soon. So the longer we stay down, the better. Looks like helium is looking pretty good. Getting some interesting activity here. I believe it's all-time high with like $20. But that's in. I think anything within the Solana ecosystem. You got Helium, Audius, Pith Network. I think those are really solid. Akash network. That's like basically render, but it's a cheaper render. I think this one could be a really good buy if you're looking to get in renders. I think this render will probably still 7 to 10x, but I think Akash you might get that 15 to 20x, assuming it does well. But let's look at Near's down pretty hard. Gala Games is down hard. Popcat down hard. Bet Brett's down hard. 8.9% with Brett. Bitcoin went down. Everything else went down with it a little bit. I think that's to be expected. On the weekly, we're still looking pretty good. Which ones have had the biggest pop? We're looking at Popcat, Render, Fetch, Whiff, Floki. I got a storm coming, so I may have to unplug this, which means we have a time limit here. It's slightly concerning. But yes, Tron is like really. I'm glad that I never sold all my Tron. The Tron is a very, very healthy looking chart. We'll take a look at this real quick. Dark mode, please. Take a look. This is CoinGecko, a really good, really great crypto app. Or I guess it's an app, but it's also a website. It just gives you rundowns on what they are, what the cryptos are, and decent charts as well. But yeah, it's basically breaking all-time highs. I'm seeing this thing. It could go to $1. I think Tron could definitely go to a really, pretty good valuations. You could stake it on an Atomic wallet for 5%. I just think there's a lot going on. It's basically being used to transfer money and assets, kind of like XRP and XLM, XTC. It's just a fast way. I think a lot of people use it to bridge USDT. It's just a very used chain, kind of like, let's say Tron is used heavily, Chainlink is used heavily, Ethereum is used heavily, Bitcoin obviously is used very heavily. So those are very solid assets to stay in. So that's where I'm at with that. Yeah, Fetch AI, which is basically Singularity Nets. It's basically a conglomeration of Ocean Protocol, Fetch AI, and Singularity Net. There might have been another one in there as well. But if you have Ocean or Singularity Net, I think you have to make a move to swap it into FET. But I haven't done that yet. I might make a video on how to do that, because I need to do that. Also, there was news about Cardano going into a partnership with Algorand. There's been there has been rumors about that for a while, and I was reading more about it today, but I still can't confirm it. I just was hearing about it, and I think Algorand might be one to really take a look at. Obviously, Algorand, HBAR, Cardano. The chart looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie, that chart looks terrible. But if you come up here, if we go to $1, $2, that's 20x to its all-time high, and it might even make it a higher high than the all-time high. And this chart looks like Cardano in the last cycle. We'll take a look. A lot of these coins, it's Cardano now, but I mean, a lot of these coins are kind of similar to like right in here where they've made lower lows. They just look terrible. They're like sticking down here. Like, what are you going to do with them? You don't know. Well, this is the wrong chart, I think. Yeah, sorry. It's like we're like down here with some of these like Algorand and H bar. Like everyone's just like, what is happening here? Like this is dead, and all of a sudden you're gonna get this crazy rise, and that might happen with H bar and Algorand, where you break all time highs and you just push through everything, all the doubt. And I mean, you know, Cardano to a degree is like that right now. Honestly, Cardano looks a lot like Bitcoin did at the beginning, way back in the olden times. See how this chart doesn't even go that far back. Yeah, like Cardano looks like this chart right here, like just getting ready to go up. Like compare this. Oh, come on. To that. It looks exactly the same. Looks exactly the same. Okay, Bitcoin dominance might be heading up to one more high. Looking like it might want to come up to 58 to 6%. So Atom also just got completely obliterated, but you stake this for 13 to 15% on Exodus wallet, as well as Coinbase and Atomic. I think Atomic's like 12%, I believe. Along with some other things, Zilliqa is 12%. XTC is like 6%, depending on which exchange you're looking at. But I think there's a lot of fear in the market still, and I think a lot of people think that these coins are dead. But I mean, I think they're getting ready to really start ripping. Once Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, officially. I mean, overall, the cycle is looking very normal compared to other cycles. So I'm stoked about it. I think most of the pain is over. I mean, if we get another test down to 58, 59, 60K, okay, whatever. If we do come down to like 654, 55, that will be some time. There'll be some worry in that situation, but I'm not too worried about it just yet. CRO token looking really juicy. If you're trying to pick up some of this, looking very good. Like I might even buy some more this week. So yeah, some of these coins just still look very weak right now. It's like you probably have a couple more weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get in these markets before you really lose. Before you lose this advantage, you know. Looks like we might get a little bounce with the Dixie, which makes sense why the assets are kind of going down. But yeah, it's starting to get pretty stormy out there, so I'm going to jump off here. We'll check back in later, but hang in there, HODL. I think there's a lot of good opportunity right there, especially the altcoins. You know, Bitcoin might 2 or 3x, Ethereum 3 or 4 or 5x, but you're really going to get those 10, 20x's and, you know, fuel a new economy, a digital economy by getting into these other coins. That's the future. DOT, Cardano, Algorand, HBAR, Link. I heard LTC is even starting to bounce. Not a coin I really care about, but could be one to look into. All right, we'll check in later and hang in there. Peace.